My brother Bruce and I travelled to Jinka and to Termi in the southern Omo Valley in Ethiopia in July 2008. Bruce was a photographer and I was a project manager for Eyes for Africa. I founded this charity in March 2007 after having seen the need previously in Tanzania. Not long after the formation of the charity, we were well on our way to fundraise. Our first trip was to Butijira. We were successful in restoring sight to 200 people. Following this trip, we travelled to Jinka in July 2008. Jinka is 420 kilometres southwest of Addis, the capital. The population is only 22,500. It is home to the Ari, Bumi and Mercy tribes. It's a local market town selling vegetables, pottery and livestock. We also visited Termi, a market town with a population of 2,000 people. The main tribe is the Hama tribe. They are pastoralists and nomads. There are 1.2 million blind people living in Ethiopia and 77 eye doctors. No surgery has been performed in Jinka due to the remoteness. Before we arrived, Zabiba, an ophthalmic officer, and Joseph, a volunteer, drove to the healthcare centres, passing through Termi and heading towards the Kenyan border to screen suitable patients for our cataract surgery. This took all week. Churches and local radio announcements were made to create awareness of our arrival. The government donated Isuzu trucks for transport of the tribes from far away. Jinka Regional Hospital has 115 beds. They are paediatric, medical, surgical and maternity, outpatients departments and 2 operating rooms. Mr Tillahan, the director, made 2 adjoining rooms available for use for Eyes for Africa to use as an operating room, 1 for setups and 1 for the surgeries. They moved 2 operating tables into the far room and used the first room for sterilising and setups. The conditions were cramped and barely adequate, but clean and usable. Our team included Dr Abu Biene from Ethiopia and Dr Ite Benzion from Israel. He is working in Awassa for Orbis. Dr Abu's team of nurses and runners are familiar with outreach work and had much equipment stored in wooden boxes ready for surgery. Mr Barassa delivered the regional blocks to our patients. He used tennis balls to circulate the lignocaine anaesthetic to the back of the eye. Zabiba and Nurse Said were kept very busy in outpatients, screening the continual flow of blind people. Joseph, our volunteer, dilated the patient's eyes and changed them into clean hospital gowns before the anaesthetic was given. The Hama tribe wore animal skins. The translators were very busy informing our patients of what was happening, how to care for their eyes after the operation and what they needed to do for their best outcome. The day we arrived, we had many patients waiting on the grass area or seats of the outdoor outpatients department in hope of sight restoration. They were triaged and, if suitable, sent for dilatation for cataract surgery. After changing into a hospital gown, the regional anaesthetic was given. These people were not fasting, they had no IV cannulation and no sedation. They were led blind into theatre and instructed to lay still and silent. The operation takes less than 20 minutes to perform. It is called a small incision extracapsular cataract extraction. It was quite remarkable to us that a 5-year-old would tolerate a regional anaesthetic, let alone laying still for the duration of this eye operation. We also operated on a 1-year-old with congenital cataracts under general anaesthetic. Without Eyes for Africa, these children may never have had the chance to regain full sight. After the operation, they had a pad taped to their eye and led to their awaiting family to take them home. To help us achieve our goals, I need to thank Alcon for many lenses and medications, and Zeiss for loaning a portable microscope, DeFreeze Industries for disposable drapes. A typical day was the team arrived at around 8 o'clock each day to the Jinka Hospital. We walked through the large hospital gates and saw many people waiting for assessment. Already our previous day patients were waiting for post-op check. It was very emotional for many and for myself to witness people regain their sight after many years of blindness. Initially they appeared stunned. They had not been able to see for many years and now they could. We managed around 20 per day and 255 sight-restoring surgeries in 10 days. All up, our team saw 3,000 with a variety of eye complaints. After the operation, the patients returned to their waiting families or met by the accompanying translators. The locals went to their homes. The tribes preferred to be outdoors under a shelter and laying on the grass with a rock as a pillow to the choice of being indoors. The translators purchased food for the tribes people from the local takeaway cafe. They ate injera and vegetables and drank water from the tap. Our goal is to continue to serve the Omo Valley region and to sustain the eye department, which is now established since July 2008 at the Jinka Regional Hospital. We aim to return once a year, depending on funds, optimistically twice. The Ethiopian government has committed funds for a slit lamp for Nurse Said to continue eye care, diagnosis and treatment. Nurse Said is committed to Jinka for 2 years and is running the clinic and travelling to the villages for post-op checks. I knew this trip was going to be challenging and tiring. There were enormous day-to-day challenges with culture, coordination of teams, patients, food, finances, local government and weather. Despite all this, we were very driven by a real sense of purpose. To witness these people seeing after many years of blindness was emotionally very overwhelming for us. Not only can they see, but it has changed the lives of those around them. There is no doubt in my mind that I will continue this work to give those less fortunate an opportunity for a better life.